Gomez and Morticia Addams find themselves in a challenging situation due to their daughter Wednesday's detachment from the family. Disturbed by her daughter's indifference, Gomez proposes that the family embarks on a cross-country road trip across America, hoping it will strengthen their familial bonds. However, this potential bonding adventure faces a sudden obstacle as a lawyer arrives unexpectedly on their doorstep just before their departure. The lawyer reveals that Wednesday's biological parents are searching for her. In a dimly lit laboratory, a peculiar scientist prepares for an unconventional experiment. Wearing rubber gloves, an unknown figure extracts brain fluid from a subject and combines it with the DNA of a giant octopus. This concoction is placed in a centrifuge, and a green mixture is created. The scientist, who turns out to be Wednesday Addams, triumphantly raises the green cocktail over their head. This intriguing scene unfolds within a school science fair tent, where Wednesday is met with little kindness from her fellow students due to her gloomy disposition. The appearance of other members of the Addams family captures the attention of the audience. Sporting a medical gown and goggles, Wednesday takes the stage and introduces her subjects. The first subject is her somewhat intellectually limited Uncle Fester, while the second is the cephalopod named Socrates. Wednesday's intention is to enhance Uncle Fester's cognitive abilities to match those of Socrates the cephalopod. After concocting a potent mixture and offering it to Fester, his DNA undergoes rapid rearrangement. He effortlessly solves a puzzle, a task he previously struggled with. As the science fair concludes, participants gather for the awards ceremony. In a surprising turn of events, the prominent investor Cyrus Strange appears as a hologram to announce the winner of the contest. The confident Wednesday steps forward, anticipating victory. However, the announcement takes an unexpected direction, emphasizing that the act of trying is a victory in itself. The other children receive their well-deserved medals, leaving a frustrated Wednesday feeling the sting of injustice. Cyrus Strange tries to alleviate her frustration by proposing scientific collaboration, but Wednesday declines, unwilling to share her exceptional work. Later that evening, in the confines of her room, Wednesday engages in a conversation with the intelligent Socrates. They discuss her ambitious aspirations for significant accomplishments in the realm of science. She envisions a future where she resides in the mountains with her cephalopod partner, Socrates, to embark on groundbreaking scientific endeavors. The sequence begins with Wednesday using a voodoo doll to startle her younger brother Pugsley. He's occupied with practicing his attempts at romance on a homemade stone-headed mannequin in his room. The tranquil atmosphere of the Addams residence is disrupted by their grandmother's call to gather for the customary evening ritual meal. A plump Uncle Fester hurries to the main floor. However, he unexpectedly trips over a tentacle emerging from beneath his coat hem and tumbles down the stairs. Miraculously, he ends up at the table where he begins to enjoy his bread. Meanwhile, Morticia reads a letter from Wednesday aloud to her husband Gomez. In the letter, Wednesday formally announces her intention to join them for dinner, leaving her parents pondering why she remains distant. Frustrated by his daughter's chilly detachment, Gomez Addams endeavors to mend their strained relationship. In his contemplative state, he devises a brilliant idea of embarking on a family vacation to explore the eerie and unconventional corners of the world. The following morning, the Addams family prepares for their journey, packing their mini suitcases into the obliging Lurch's anti-curse vehicle. Their departure plans are momentarily halted by the arrival of Mr. Mastella, a curly-haired man who identifies himself as a lawyer representing a couple from California. This couple believes their child was switched at birth and wishes for Wednesday to undergo a DNA test. After Gomez and Morticia dismiss the intruding lawyer, they return to their packing, convinced that Wednesday orchestrated this interruption to thwart their vacation. Unexpectedly, Wednesday appears at the hearse's doorstep, insisting on explaining what she overheard. This catches her parents off guard, leaving them unable to offer a straightforward response. Entrusting the house to their grandmother's care, Gomez and Morticia solemnly announce the beginning of their vacation. With Thing at the wheel, the hearse departs energetically. Gomez reveals his travel plan to the rest of the family. They'll start by visiting the witch town of Salem, then continue on a chaotic journey across the country, ultimately reaching Death Valley as their final destination. Located just outside of Las Vegas, unbeknownst to the happy family, an intrusive figure, Mr. Mastella, is tailing them. He's under pressure to deliver Wednesday to a mysterious client, even to the extent of resorting to murder if necessary. As the journey continues, Thing and the talkative Uncle Fester share the front seat. Spotting a Niagara Falls billboard by the roadside, Thing takes charge of the wheel and steers the hearse toward this iconic landmark. In the morning, Uncle Fester attempts to explain his peculiar behavior. Mesmerized by the cascading water, He waves a purple tentacle, which has replaced his hand, in front of Gomez. Meanwhile, Wednesday, dissatisfied with the cheerful weather and the crowd of friendly vacationers, seeks amusement by tormenting her younger brother. Armed with a voodoo puppet of Pugsley, she subjects him to merciless pranks, ultimately culminating in tossing him from the observation deck of Niagara Falls. To escape the pursuit of the persistent Mostella, the remaining family members are forced to jump off the fall's edge, finding refuge in barrels. Miraculously surviving this perilous journey, the Addams family resumes their intended course. As evening sets in, they gather around a campfire. Gomez enthusiastically narrates horror stories that spook Pugsley. Uncle Fester joins the storytelling with his tale about Wednesday's birth. He recounts how he accidentally woke up all the babies in the neonatal ward when he visited to see his niece. Employing the trademark Addams trick, he managed to put the babies back to sleep and believed he had returned them to their crypts. Mortified by the revelation, Gomez and Morticia begin to consider the possibility that Mostella's claims might hold some truth. Unfortunately, their private conversation is inadvertently overheard by their ever-present bat. Upon reaching Miami, the Addams family enjoys a relaxing day on the beach. As the parents and children soak up the sun, Uncle Fester playfully terrifies other swimmers by donning a shark fin. Yet, his antics pale in comparison to the grand entrance of the family's cousin, who joins their journey on the sunny shore. Continuing through Texas, the family temporarily evades Mr. Mostella and his hefty bodyguard. In a bid to remain inconspicuous, Gomez and Morticia blend in with the local crowd, disguising themselves in vibrant national costumes. Meanwhile, Wednesday participates in the Miss Pepper Jalapeno beauty pageant, disguising herself with a blonde wig and pink dress. Mostella nearly departs without recognizing her, but her involvement is revealed in a commotion, prompting Lurch to intervene and whisk her away from the fray. The Addams family hastily retreats to their hearse and successfully evades pursuit once more. During their journey, Wednesday attempts to extract information about their pursuer from her parents. However, Gomez once again resorts to unashamedly lying to her. After a stop at the Grand Canyon, the Addams family embarks on a tour of the observation deck. Amidst the breathtaking scenery, Morticia presents Wednesday with a cherished gift, a family pendant that has been handed down through generations of women in their lineage. Though increasingly unsure of her connection to the Addams family, Wednesday accepts the gift. However, a sentimental moment is abruptly disrupted by Pugsley, who puts on an explosive display at the Grand Canyon, inevitably attracting the attention of the persistent Mostella. Setting a trap for Mostella, Wednesday unravels the identity behind the clingy lawyer's mission. To her surprise, it's revealed to be Cyrus Strange, who believes Wednesday to be his long-lost child. Strange supports his claim with arguments about physical resemblance, intelligence, and even performs a DNA test using a couple of hairs from Gomez, collected surreptitiously at night. Convinced by the results, which appear to confirm the match, Wednesday becomes convinced that she is not truly an Addams. In a farewell letter to her family, Wednesday announces her departure alongside Lurch, heading to Cyrus Strange's home in California. Meanwhile, an unwavering Gomez and Morticia concoct a high-stakes plan to retrieve their daughter, embarking on a daring pursuit. Crossing the scorching Death Valley on foot, they remain determined to bring Wednesday back. During their journey, Wednesday and Lurch encounter a group of rowdy bikers at a roadside cafe. Attempting to command Lurch to intimidate the bikers, she inadvertently triggers a friendly dance-off around the cafe's piano, diffusing what could have been a violent confrontation. Learning that the bikers are also headed to Sausalito, Wednesday accepts their offer of a ride. The following morning finds Wednesday and Lurch at Cyrus Strange's opulent mansion. There, they are warmly received by Cyrus himself, his peculiar wife Ingrid, who resembles a wild bird, and their daughter Ophelia, who curiously bears a striking resemblance to the Addams' son Pugsley. With no delay, Cyrus escorts Wednesday to his state-of-the-art laboratory for a DNA test. Swiftly, the results confirm a complete match between the samples, solidifying the connection between father and daughter. Amid Cyrus's momentary jubilation, an unexpected image appears on a screen. The Addams family hearse arriving at the mansion gates. Undeterred, Gomez, Morticia, Pugsley, and Thing approach the doorstep, leaving an unwell Uncle Fester behind in the car. Lurch, now dressed in a turtleneck and white robe similar to Wednesday's attire, greets the Addams family. Gomez announces their mission to rescue their abducted daughter. However, Wednesday presents the DNA test results that prove her non-Addams lineage. Overwhelmed with sorrow, she cannot bear an immediate farewell and proposes that they spend the night at the mansion. Parting ways in the morning, Guided by Lurch, the family enters a guest room adorned with numerous pictures of Cyrus and Wednesday together. A golden monument depicting the reunited family serves as the finishing touch. In their grief, Gomez and Morticia mourn the apparent loss of their daughter. Meanwhile, Pugsley responds to an invitation from Ophelia and enters her room, which remarkably resembles a pigsty. Intrigued by their encounter, the always hungry Pugsley readily agrees to share a meal with Ophelia, eagerly devouring bread from a pig trough. In a shocking turn, Ophelia's face transforms into a grotesque pig snout. Alarmed by this discovery, Pugsley alerts his parents, leading them to suspect Cyrus's deceit. Cyrus himself emerges, confirming their suspicions. He divulges his true intentions: to gain control of Wednesday's work in human-animal experiments, a pursuit that began after witnessing her presentation at the school science fair. Having subdued the Addams family with sedatives, Cyrus returns to the lab. In the lab, Wednesday has ingeniously deduced the optimal chemical formula for transforming animals into humans. Delighted, Cyrus announces a surprise for his daughter, her imprisoned relatives displayed in glass flasks. These unfortunate captives are to be the first subjects of their experimental research. However, the situation takes an unexpected turn. The mad scientist's ploy to provoke Wednesday into compliance results in chaos. Wednesday commands Lurch to disarm Cyrus, prompting the scientist to release his furious creation, the giant Pongo. As the adversaries charge toward each other, a sudden embrace replaces the anticipated clash. Astonishingly, it's revealed that Pongo was once Wednesday's asylum cellmate and warned her of danger back in Texas. Subsequently, Lurch and Pongo shatter the glass flasks containing the imprisoned Addams relatives, liberating them. In a twist of irony, Cyrus is exposed to his own experimental chemical, transforming him into a massive mutant rooster with bull-like horns. This monstrous creature threatens to tear apart the newly reunited family. Fortunately, the beloved Uncle Fester, who has transformed into a giant octopus due to Wednesday's experiment, intervenes in the battle. The two adversaries engage in a fierce struggle, their strength evenly matched until the very end. In the midst of the intense conflict, both tumble into an abyss. Clinging to the edge with the suction cups of his tentacles, Uncle Fester summons all his remaining strength to pull himself out, collapsing on the floor, thoroughly exhausted. As Uncle Fester's final moments play out before his family, resourceful Wednesday conceives a plan to rescue him. Utilizing the pendant around her neck, she extracts blood samples from all the Addams family members and promptly crafts an antidote. Administering the antidote, Fester regains his human form, announcing his return to life with a resounding burp. Expressing remorse, Wednesday apologizes to her parents, sealing her sincerity with an affectionate hug, a gesture she typically avoids. Taking Ophelia with them, the Addams family embarks on their journey back home. Upon their return, they find themselves immersed in a wild airborne bath party orchestrated by their exuberant grandmother. Back at their residence, Wednesday seeks an explanation from her father regarding the negative DNA test result. Gomez reveals that he lost his hair years ago due to a mishap involving napalm, and he has since been wearing a wig crafted from Bigfoot's fur. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more interesting movies.